Alrighty then. Good morning, everybody. Big Burger is what I just saw on the screen. That was his name. He's going to be joining us later. We've got a terrific show today. It is 10 o'clock a.m. January 19th, 2023. It's brisk. It's brisk and chilly. Same kind of thing. Chilly with clear skies here in Los Angeles. Glendale, I should say. L.A. County, my friends. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be joined by Mr. Doug, DJ Doug. DJ Doug and Lucen Dog.
Good morning.
Good day to you. And we're also joined by legendary disgraced film director Woody Allen is here.
What's up, everybody?
Jesus. You want to get into this now, or what's going on with you?
I guess so. I went the other day, and it's been like 3 years since I had a haircut. So I just like...
Were you trimming it on your own?
I would just do it myself, and I just got to a point where I just gave up, and I let my 8-year-old just cut it. She just cuts it, around the side, because I always have a hat on anyway. Yeah. But so I went to get a haircut, and I got...
We're getting right into it, folks. I'll tell you that much.
I sat there, and he took my glasses off, and I sat there for half an hour.
He took your glasses
off. He took my glasses off.
What did he strap you in?
Which means, like, I can't see anything, And I just trusted him. I don't care. It was,
it was just like looking at you like, well, I was doing great back there, probably.
Yeah, well, I said, like, I go, this. Mm-hmm. But he only spoke Spanish. I only spoke English.
You look at a clown.
Yeah. But then
I make you look like a clown.
And then I go, the back you can fade. The back neck. So, which I didn't realize he heard. Give me a fade. So for a half hour I sat there. It was the most relaxing thing. He like got the little thing out. And
where the fuck are the sound effects for that?
So this is what we've got here, guys.
Oh, okay.
This is what we're working with.
I think it looks nice.
Yeah?
It looks better than it did a few days ago when you sent us a picture.
But it's like, and now
there it grows.
So there it is.
Let's hear it for Vic and his...
So what do you think of that story, guys?
Get a round of applause from the Zoom. Thank you.
Which is your name?
Mr. Matt, producer Matt, Captain Carlin, back in the producer chair. How exciting is that for the audience? Welcome back.
G'day, mate.
Man was down under for, would you say, too long?
Way too long. Way too long. It's a terrible place. Rabid kangaroos.
G'day, mate.
Nasty anteaters.
3 weeks down there?
3 weeks.
Just you, the wife, the kid.
It's a lot of time with a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But
you
we had
saw
a great
some
time.
other people down there?
We did. We had a great time. Shout out to Little Wobbly.
Did you
Great
go to my
place.
recommendation, Greg's?
Yes, it wasn't Greg's. What was it called? Harry's? What was it? That
was
restaurant?
Bill's.
Bill's was great.
Fantastic.
Bill's in Bondi.
Bill's in Bondi Beach.
Great place.
Well, welcome back. We carried on without you beautifully, in my opinion. Beautiful.
Went better, I might say.
You were enjoying the show from Australia?
It went better.
And our special guest today, let me give you a rundown of the show. Legendary film. My hair is fucked. I need a haircut, asshole.
Yeah, we should do it now. I'll do it.
I'm gonna do something.
I don't need one.
No, Doug, we got to talk about your hair. You look. What are you, an Oasis now?
Some tape on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tape my hair
it up.
back. Taping my hair back. I can't do
I
it.
just cut my own. I just cut enough so I could see it. I'm good.
Nice, yeah.
I'm taping it up.
Taping his hair.
Now,
Oh shit!
What is
You're
this,
gonna have to
Dire
shave your
Straits?
head. That's not good. You know, permanent headband. This is a bad idea.
Get plastic
too.
surgery for a permanent
does this look
headband.
better?
This was not thought through. I would. It looks
It's like a
all right,
bandage.
But
How's it? Morning, everybody.
You don't really see a lot of monocles now.
no, you don't.
Morning, everybody. If you're listening to the show, you got to watch. You got to join us on YouTube if you're on the podcast network.
Alrighty then.
Carson, you okay down there? Carson?
I'm doing great. You look fantastic.
My guest is legendary film director Rick Alverson. Is joining us here in the studio, having some water. Of course, Rick is the son of the great Alver. Great Alver, known for all the work he does. Rick Alverson is here to talk to me about just about everything. I'm so glad to have you. Is this the first time you've been on Office Hours, or have you called in before?
No, I've been on several times.
There you go. Correct the record, folks. Correct the record. But you and your band, Lean Year, will be performing later. That'll be great music. Beautiful. I'm going to plug the album here. Let me just get
It's real
the album.
it's morning music.
It is MOURNIG. Morning music. This is the album from Lean Year. Big problem, production problem here. You got to look at the back
Nothing
here.
on the
Nothing.
back.
No, there's not. This
Bold.
tells me there ain't no music on here, pal.
Let it go.
It's a blank record.
Now that cover is that an authentic vintage picture?
my
Is that like a
mom.
template or
That's
something?
my mom in 1955.
Wow.
A lot of headroom there.
Regina.
Yeah, I like it. Like the
Anyways.
wallpaper.
Rick and
She'd
Lean
be
Year.
very happy to be on Office Hours.
Lean Year. We'll keep it clean today. Lean Year will be performing this Friday at the Lodge Room here in Los Angeles in Highland Park with special guest, let me look it up here, Tim Heidecker. And I'm going to do some new stand-up material, working out some shit for the UK tour, which is coming up in less than 2 months. And I'm going to come out and play some music.
Okay.
And you're going to get a taste of Lean Year today, and if you're living in the Los Angeles area, you're going to be buying tickets today. That's what's going to be happening. I think that's all I have. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to this. Remember that one? Christmas song from your...
No. Thank you for listening to this.
No, it was a Christmas song I wrote for Office Hours. Thank you for listening to the Office Hours show. Da-da-da-da. No?
I don't remember.
Anyway. Rick?
Take a zoomer.
Yes, good idea, Doug. Thank you.
I'll take over.
All right. Let's just get right into it with Eli.
You blonde bastard.
Hello, Eli. How you doing, love?
Ooh, I like that.
Hey guys, how's everything going?
All right. Where are you calling from, eh?
Well, I was born in Cumberland, Maryland, but everyone says I'm also in Woodland Hills, California.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But I definitely wanted to talk about the comedy.
Yes!
guys are talking.
So listen, folks. Rick's here. I think you're an open book, and people love your movies. The comedy, entertainment, and then the mountain.
Yeah.
And then some other ones. The Builder.
New Jerusalem. New Jerusalem. That Madonna asked for a copy of that back in the day.
Oh, really?
She requested it.
Huh. Out of the blue?
She wanted to see it before it screened.
How did she hear about it?
You know, she has.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's true. She sent some lackey over to, pick it up. And
Where did she hear about it from?
Don't know. You know.
You didn't
Rumors.
follow up on that.
Rumors.
Well, all right. So yes, Rick's one of the greats, and you're welcome to ask him any question you'd like. So it sounds like it's about the comedy film I starred in.
Yes.
One of the reasons it
It's
worked
a
so
double
well.
question. It'll be a dual question.
It's just interesting when I see these movies with people that I really love, and their character is so terrible, and I hate what this person I love has become.
Like
it's
me?
different. Well, no, I love you.
That's how
Tim,
my
and
parents felt about the film.
Yeah.
I know.
I love
It
Batman.
was like tough for me to watch because I enjoy Tim so much, and to see
good.
him play this terrible character, like
He's trying to
say,
ruin his career.
it worked. No. So what is it like, Tim, to play like a real asshole versus like your comedy character? And then what is it like for you to direct, this such an asshole or such like a terrible character?
Well, I mean, I like.
All right.
I was-
Fucking Madonna from 20 minutes ago.
I was sort of raised on the cinema that I love was all just awful people cinema.
Give us an example of that. Nicholson and 5 Easy Pieces.
Yeah, he's not that bad, and is he really?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he seems
Nicholson in
marginally
Shining.
polite. Yeah,
Nicholson in The Shining. Nicholson in Batman. He was the fucking Joker,
You
not
know,
a good guy.
cast of Eddie's movies are full of a bunch of assholes, and
I love Batman.
It was for me. As we talked about that movie, I knew guys like that, and I didn't think I knew guys that were quite. I didn't know guys that were quite as nihilistic as that character was,
or wealthy.
or wealthy. Correct. So we amped that part of it up.
Yeah,
And, I think in that movie, there's not a real clear definition of how much anything that guy says is what he believes. He's more into just kind of ironically distancing, like having kind of ironic, distant conversations with people for amusement, not necessarily because he believes anything he's saying.
yeah, or boundary pushing.
Yeah, just edgy. It's
Unreliable narrator.
sure.
Problematic soul. Yeah.
Problematic soul. All this stuff comes out like, it's interesting because it all comes out like pre kind of alt-right, pre kind of all that stuff. Which I feel like post this movie, I don't think it influenced that, but it kind of
I mean,
saw that kind of character pop up a little more prevalent.
Was he
Yeah,
there
that's
on January 6th, that character?
Huh?
Was that character there on January 6th?
I don't think he could be bothered.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Trump thing is a very legitimate as prescient of that sort of insofar as that he has this unlimited potential and possibilities because of his privilege and wealth, but there's nothing saying here's the edge of the world.
Yeah.
So he just walks out and is looking to be checked, and nothing checks him.
Yeah,
and then so it's just a big narcissistic id ball.
We talked about the sort of idea of institutions having kind of failed us or failed these characters and have provided no structure or meaning for their lives. So they're left with what? They're left with humor and their own insular friends.
Yeah, in American liberal democracy.
Yeah. I posted something, I guess it was about when Kanye was going on and on about Hitler, as he did on the Alex Jones show, and I don't know what I posted, but people were writing me saying, you were talking about Hitler in that movie, The Comedy, as if that was a documentary or something. Like
People get confused about
everything.
movies not being real.
I know, it's like
I am a genius.
my poor
Especially
wife.
for you, Tim,
What's that?
just especially for you, because so many times your characters and your real persona are blurred or whatever. And so us as an audience, we're like, what do we believe? And then we get confused.
But you should have. I mean, there's a
obviously.
media literacy that has to play into this. You know going into a movie that unless it's pretty clearly a documentary about somebody, and even that has its ways of not telling you the full truth. Even
like Mr. America.
Like Mr. America, but that's a mockumentary.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
yeah, it's been 10 years, and last year we celebrated it.
Get together in
the Tin Cup.
New York and went out on the town.
10th anniversary, right, Matt?
We had 2 screenings in New York. One was at Metrograph, and the other was at...
We had 2 screenings at Metrograph.
2 screenings at Metrograph.
And then another one at where?
The other one was at MoMA, and it was very sparsely populated with a bunch of some
film nerds.
midtown art house
Yeah.
weirdos, and that was my favorite screening.
Who, because it was, people talk about that film as a polarizing movie, and all your films are to some degree, but that one failed to kind of capture this sort of money, yes. It didn't capture the sort of smarty pants New York film media zeitgeisty conversation that perhaps could have made it a bigger movie. It kind of got admonished by those people.
Oh yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
to go through that.
That's because you just we got a lot of crap. You'll remember for not punishing our protagonist on screen.
Right. Not making a morality tale out of it.
There isn't an on-screen reckoning, and so.
And it's interesting, I don't know how much you want to talk about this, but in the original script and early cuts, there almost was. Or there kind of was.
Yeah.
And you said, and you cut it.
Yeah.
You said, fuck it, let them figure it out.
So anybody who's seen the movie, so we shot Tim's character.
We shot for 8 months on this movie.
8 months. On the 8th month, on the 8th day of the 8th month, we sent him out in the dinghy into the Hudson after he had been beaten at a construction site, and we had all of this facial
blood and
swollen prosthetics, and it was an amazing performance. You're out there screaming your lungs out into the Hudson, and we got taken by the tide, if you don't remember.
No, I don't. Really?
The 3 of us, and you got concerned because we got washed up toward the George Washington Bridge. We were headed that way.
Oh, shit.
And it was just me, you, and
George
Mark,
Washington.
the DP, alone in a dinghy. Nobody knew how to drive a dinghy.
Oh my God, I
You
don't
were
remember.
manning the dinghy engine.
Yeah, we were out there we were out there sailing and doing water stuff in basically one of the busiest ports in the world, New York, and navigating through ferries and oil tankers and shit. It was a little stressful.
It's dangerous.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
I have a
It was
question.
actually more dangerous than we told you.
Yeah. No, nobody knew what they were doing.
Those are the old days.
Yes,
when
Doug.
we were reckless.
If you want to make a movie like that, where do you start?
Great question.
Because I
question,
am
Bill.
curious.
Yeah.
You have
Doug?
to have some kind of budget, and that's like a niche kind of indie movie with.
Yeah, give us an origin story
Yeah,
on that movie.
where do you start? Or you're rich and you could just afford it.
You're very
No.
wealthy. We should get that out of the way.
Get it out of the way. It's
Independent.
an
tell.
autobiography, is what it was.
There's the Mr. Alver invented super glue.
The name is Nicholas the Swede. Alber was the first Alverson.
Oh, okay.
So
Didn't ask for that.
where do you start? Well, the movie wouldn't have happened without Jaguar, the record label that Tim used to be
was
on.
dropped by
Were
them.
dropped by them, yeah. And I put out records on them since '96. A lot of bands nobody ever heard of.
And you're still on the
No,
label?
no, I'm too old.
You were dropped as
So
well.
first you got to be in a band if you want to make a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let me write this down.
Call it Mr. Jaguar.
So Chris Swanson, who my character's named after.
Well, no, there was an inside joke that I had all of this awful little coven of shitheads in the film, and that the inside joke that is unimportant is that I named them after the four people
the
who
people
paid
funding
for
the movie.
Yeah, paid for the film. But
You had made a couple movies. Who cares how you got that funded? We're not going to get into that. You got it made. You put the money
smaller films,
together.
yeah.
And you're
And then
friends with these
Jack-
guys, and you say, "I got this movie I want to make. I want."
Yeah, but they wanted to explore the. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. And I mean, it was the biggest crew I'd had. I went from like 5-person crew on the previous film to Jerusalem to, we had like 25.
It was still very small.
25 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but mostly a great group of people, I would say.
Mostly, yeah. Yeah.
Some young kids who were just like overwhelmed with what we were doing. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, it was an ambitious, it wasn't in as we know now, it wasn't that big of a budget. And
Right.
it was for New York City, pretty damn small. And it was dangerous out there on the water.
I mean, what a great, like, if you want one idea, Doug, you want to make a movie, go somewhere where it's going to look good no matter where you point the damn camera. Right? Because you just shoot in New York. You're just like, suddenly you're this guy making a Woody Allen movie.
No problem.
Did that answer your question?
No.
Yeah, he's got these guys with money at a record label. It's just like Monty Python with the Pink Floyd and the Led Zeppelin and everybody.
Yeah, I get it. Like Jag. Why are they called Jaguar?
Don't get into
It was
that.
named after a dungeon master, some kind of Darius Van Arman.
All right, get into it then. What do I-
Started
get
I guess I'm not in charge.
named it after some kind of Dungeons and Dragons misspelling, I think.
Yeah, but then you have this loose concept of a character and scenarios, and you had written kind of an outline that you'd consider a script, but it was
No, it's
not.
a scriptment or treatment. It was really just a treatment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because the first two movies I just worked with the exception of Will Oldham, who had done some acting.
Yeah.
I just worked with non-actors, and that's what I wanted to do. I was like, I don't want to write scripts. I want to write treatments, and I want to get in there and get messy and.
Yeah.
And
Do you
work
tell
with
them like what to
non-actors and-
say on the set, or do you just tell them what the idea that they want to
Well, I just write, totally conventional
fully
scripts.
scripted? But like back in the early films, you just if you have an outline, they just know what is supposed to happen in the scene, and they
Yeah, because I mean, it's like when I was a kid, I didn't really listen to what anybody said to each other, just listen to the way they said it. It's like I couldn't understand words until I was 16.
No, it would be like a typical scene depending on who we'd talk about what you wanted to get out of that scene.
And the
what you
treatment
were
would
looking-
say, there's an exchange, and it hits these notes, and this is
Yeah.
the mood, and this is the topics, and this is the kind of conversation it is. And if there are plot points in it, it covers what those are, and so
Yeah.
and then we'd set about it. And it's totally natural for Tim to do that.
Yeah,
sort
it's
of
the best way
improvisation.
it's the best way to work
Yeah, and
because
then-
I do other things which is very scripted and and I have a very hard time with that. I have a very hard time. It becomes just a memorization rote kind of thing where you just have to like go over it and just it dies. It dies the energy. Well, there's a way to make it work again, but
And then we
I much
started-
prefer being like, here's what we want to say. Let's shoot a bunch. Let's
And we spun off of Tim's sort of, a bit of your voice. I mean, we confused your instincts in there and stuff,
Yeah.
which was, that's where it gets fun.
I would say it was a great opportunity, and I appreciate you. Giving
thank
it to
you.
me. Letting me become
It was wonderful.
a collaborator
Basically
in the
take
process.
clips of what I say and play it on the show.
I like that, man.
Let's do this. Let's do the city of the day. Let's keep on schedule today.
Yay.
The city of the day. City of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the city of the day is sponsored by Sledgehammer Magazine. Do you like smashing through walls and turning boulders into gravel? Do you see concrete and wish it was dust? Then pick up the latest issue of Sledgehammer Magazine, the perfect publication for sledgehammer professionals and enthusiasts alike. Get tips on grip techniques, real tales from the rock pit, drool over glossy photos of beautifully bashed destruction. You can even win a trip to the Cinder Block Championship in Skokie, Illinois. It's not all carnage, though. Our latest issue has poetry from hammer-swinging legend Frank Ruin, plus a deep dive into Donkey Kong and his long-lasting effect on sledge culture. So head to your nearest hardware store and grab an issue today. Better yet, get a subscription. Office Hours listeners get a free year of Sledgehammer Magazine when they sign up for a 9-year subscription. That's 10 full years of iron swinging, brick crumbling, anger reducing catharsis. Go to Rage/Rocks Must Shatter for more information. Sledgehammer Magazine smashing through walls since 1978. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. All right, that's very good. Who's the city of the day, man? Who is it? Give it to me. Give it to me straight.
Good old Eric Peterson, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello, Eric, whose father, of course, is Peter. I will always do this joke. You come at me with fucking Alverson or Peterson or whatever, I'm gonna fucking nail you with my dad joke there. All right.
All right. City of the day is San Antonio, Texas.
San Antone. Yee-hoo.
Indeed. It's all right. Oh, let me do some. Something was making sound. Turning it off.
That's a sweet looking micro you got back there, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Run that sucker for me. Why don't you run that?
Yeah?
Yeah, give her 10 seconds. What the fucking cares?
10 seconds?
Yeah, give her 10.
You gotta put something in it though, or it's gonna explode.
Put your phone in
You
there.
gotta put like a cup of water or something. Oh,
Put your ass in there.
Yeah, wait, can you run a microwave?
No, no, you
anything in
can't.
it?
No.
Of course, turn it off.
It doesn't know.
Turn it
You have
off.
to put tinfoil in.
Wait, why, Doug? What would be the big? I mean, Vic, why would it be a big deal if you had nothing in the microwave?
Think about there's nothing getting heated except like there's energy and it's gonna explode. It has to go somewhere. It's like a ball of energy. I mean, what's heating up? You know?
the glass that's in there.
No?
Did it
But if you
explode?
Maybe it'll be a mess. I don't know.
Anyways, do you have any questions for us?
Oh, sure. Well, I guess it's a joke. I'm applying for some jobs in a minute. Anyone want to be can I put people on my what do they call that? The
Reference? You want us? I'll be your reference. You need a reference?
reference?
I'll be your reference, baby.
Where are you trying to work at? Best Buy?
I'm trying to work with a youth orchestra
Okay.
in town. I'm a musician, teacher, freelance, and
Well, don't tell them you were on this show.
No, they'll do a background check and that'll be it.
oh no, that's fine. They can do a background. check.
What experience do you have?
I've been teaching and playing for 13 years professionally, I guess. I got a bachelor's and master's in music.
All right, name this piece of music. Dum dum da da dum 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 da da dum 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 dum.
Vivaldi, Four Seasons. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's correct.
You'll stump me.
Name this one. That's all you get.
Beethoven 13.
No, Beethoven.
Oh.
I know.
Wait, how about,
Beethoven's fifth.
how about this
Beethoven.
one? I got one.
There is no 13. Oh, well, I mean, if you're thinking Jaws.
Yeah, there
there's
it
also
is. There it is.
Dvorak Symphony, and I can't remember off.
It is taken from that. That's right.
Oh.
Okay,
it's
you got me. You stumped me.
Stealing music, but stealing it well.
Mhm.
Good on him. You know, hide it.
So why do you think you would be helpful to these kids and their music?
Because I've been teaching middle schoolers, high schoolers for 13 years, and really, I guess it's more for me in the sense of I don't want to drive around so much. I just drive.
I think that's a fair point.
I have to go from school to school. So I mean, I've just been doing it for a long time. I think as a freelancer, I got to do all my own recruiting. I teach, billing, scheduling, things like that. And so I'm just trying to.
All right. Well, if
work for
anybody in
someone
the
else.
San
makes
Antonio
sense.
area is looking for a music coordinator, a music youth music supervisor,
Orchestrator, conductor.
reach out through. Are you on
Love it.
Patreon?
Yes, I'm a Patreon member.
You're
yeah.
our first Patreon.
What do you
There
do?
you go.
Timpanis, flutes, clarinet? What do you do?
Bagpipes.
All right.
So timpani would be My
No
wife
follow-ups,
was
guys. No follow-ups, please.
back on a game night a few months ago.
I'd like to just make
yeah,
an announcement.
444-4444.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Go back to enjoying our wonderful program today in the privacy of your own microwave.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with me.
What am I, monster.com?
What is this, Zip Recruiter?
He was just wanted a reference. He didn't want a job.
No, he was
Yeah,
looking
put
for
us
a job.
down. Who cares? They're not going to call.
I'll be his reference. I don't mind.
Doug, I got to see Doug out in the wild the other night. I'll tell you, that was exciting.
That was pretty cool. I didn't recognize you. You had the mask on. You're one of those maskers.
Well,
I know you had to do it for work. You had to be safe.
it was such an annoying way. And Rick, chime in on anything you want to talk. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not
okay.
going to just fucking Charlie Rose you here. You hear me?
I'm just a fly on the wall.
You're enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
You got everything you need.
Yeah. I'm not a big talker.
You're more of a visual artist. Why don't you make a movie right now?
Maybe I am. Maybe
Your fucking Bolex
Maybe I
out.
am making this movie.
Get your fucking Bolex out. Go get your Bolex, like Shinebox, right? You know, from Goodfellas.
Go get your fucking Bolex.
I never saw Goodfellas.
Fuck you. You guys, you understand? Rick is so above it. I bet you I'd tell you 10 movies that I like. He would be like, sucks. Haven't seen it.
You know what?
You always say that movie's an abortion. That's what you would say all the time. That movie's an assault on
I would
cinema.
say that.
And I hate it because I like good movies. I like fucking schlock. I like sappy shit.
By the way, I was digging through some old bags at home, and I had a courier bag.
Yeah.
And in the back pocket, I opened it up, and there was a large folder of DVDs, a whole collection of little something called The Sopranos that you lent me.
Oh my God.
In 2012.
I'm wondering where those DVDs were.
You said, this is my favorite show. I want you to watch this. I never watched it.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh my God! I never watched
Fucking
it.
shine box.
Anyway,
I watched
get
the
it
movie
back to
last
you.
night. I tell you, I was crying. I saw this movie, 13 Lives, from Ron Howard, and it blew me away because, do you know, I mean, there was a great documentary made about this story, which is the 13 boys that were in the cave in Thailand
Oh, yeah.
who were trapped. Do you know that story?
Yeah, Elon Musk.
Oh, well, yeah, this makes this,
Talking about numbers.
if you want to get annoyed at Elon Musk, watch either the documentary, which was terrific, and this dramatization of it was beautiful.
1-3.
Not a big Howard fan.
Well, this is what I want to get into this with you because I want to know why.
1, 2.
Because what are movies for? There's a lot of reasons.
That's the question, right?
There's
I mean,
lot of
yeah, there's a
reasons.
place for, wallpaper movies.
What about Potsy, Fonzie? Any of those guys?
Well,
Beats them all.
I tell you what. Yes, of course. There's a Hollywood sheen to this movie, but the technical acumen of this film, the way they're shooting this, the way they're in these caves underwater, and the story. I don't think there's a better, more beautiful, life-affirming, in the best possible way to
that's
say
the
that
problem.
is this movie. This is a movie which there's no bad guys.
Fix it.
Everybody's trying their best, and it's incredible. If you don't know the story, and I'm not spoiling anything because fucking A, man, like read the news one day and you'll learn.
Oh, these soccer players were playing on the beach and they kicked the ball too far. And next thing you know, they're in a cave. The hell's this? Is that what happened?
Fucking kids go into this cave.
Kids, these are kids.
Well, they're
kids-
stupid.
Hey, that's
They're the
Philly.
bad guys.
That's Philly.
So Rick's from the Philadelphia area. That's why we have a lot in common.
Norristown.
Yeah.
Shout out to Norristown.
But think about this. These kids get trapped in this cave. And it's monsoon season, so it's pouring rain, and the cave floods. And these kids, everybody comes to the cave. They're like, we got to get these fuckers out of here. They don't know where they are. There's like I'm going to get this wrong. There's some like 6 or 8 miles into this cave. Network of fucking caves.
Is this the movie, or you're telling us the story of the travesty?
I love when Tim retells the movie.
I know.
People love it.
People
Dude.
cannot get enough.
So the
you don't have to watch it.
The Thai SEALs can't get past certain little chambers of this cave network, right?
crevices.
They don't know if these kids are alive. these British these British cave divers who are like world famous for going and diving under. They know every cave in the world, these lunatics. Fucking guy like this. What, fucking kid in there? I'll know how to get in there. We'll go right in. That's what I'm going to do. Speak like that, you know. These are tough fucking cookies.
Nah.
These motherfuckers go, we're going in. We're going to go see if we can find these kids. They got the scuba shit on. Give me some of this reverb. We're going in the fucking cave. We're going to get the fucking boys out, whatever it fucking takes. Right? Well, it's too deep. We can't go that far. It's too narrow. Anyhow, these fucking guys. Eventually, 9 days after these kids go missing, Rick, they pop up into one of the little openings in the cave. They're all there.
Yeah.
They're all on the beachhead, Doug.
Yeah.
They're 9 days in the dark, right? And they were with their coach. And the coach was keeping them alive. He was teaching them to meditate. He was just like, we're just going to have to...
Did they have their ball with them? They could play a little soccer?
No, they left the ball in the field.
So the movie was essentially just providing you with all this information of something that had already happened, and then making it fun and emotional. Is that right?
It was about it was about how the characters dealt with that situation. So they find the kids, but you think, okay, great, found the kids. What a happy ending.
Yeah.
Cave divers come back out. Fucking cave divers come back and say, we found them, but here's the deal. Ain't no way to get them back out. Fucking, if we get them back out, they're gonna drown. They're gonna fucking panic going through these little fucking holes.
They had to knock them out.
Did they bring the kids any like Cliff
snacks,
bars?
Yeah,
or
they brought them Cliff bars. Don't worry about that.
Did they give him any kind of medication?
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. They give him medication.
I think they did.
So, well, this is what I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk is saying, why don't I send them a submarine? They could take a submarine. Fucking guy doesn't know shit. Then he says one of these guys is a pedophile. Whatever.
Oh.
What a bad guy.
That's the one of the that saved him?
Yeah.
Oh.
So then the guys
one
come
of them
back.
died. One of the divers.
One of the SEAL guys got trapped in it. It's incredibly small little, and imagine this. Have you ever scuba dove?
No.
Scuba dove?
Scuba doves. Fucking
scary.
So
3.5 hours to get to where they are, and then 3.5 hours back.
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So the kids could just walk, they just walk down a cave, like super deep, and then the tide rose?
Yeah, no, like it was a monsoon. Monsoon came in.
So this isn't an ocean situation,
No.
it's just fresh water.
Fresh water. So they were drinking, they were able to get water.
Oh, okay.
Doug doesn't believe it happened.
So let me just finish this
Never
up.
happened.
Let me finish this up. These two cave guys, brilliant, like Colin Farrell and Viggo Mortensen play these two guys. It's a tremendous performance.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, you see Colin Farrell in this movie, I'm weeping for the guy. He's beautiful performance.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't know much. I didn't know how much I love Colin Farrell now.
Yeah. It's great.
So, anyways,
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
he goes. They come out and they're like, these kids. We're gonna be if
What's
we're
it
doing
called?
anything.
The cave? What's it
It's called 13 Lives.
13
We bring these
Lives.
kids out. We're gonna be bringing out dead bodies. That's a for certain thing. Then the one guy goes, you know what we can fucking do? We call Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave. This is all true in Australia. Dr. Dave is another one of these cave divers. Like they all know each other. They're all in the same fucking Reddit forum. And he goes, can you get over here? Flies him in. And he goes, what if we anesthetize these kids?
Yeah.
And he goes, fuck you. We're not fucking doing that. It's never been done.
With roofies or what?
With
Maybe they are
whatever you
pedos.
do to put people under. I don't know what it is. Ketamine. And he goes, it's 1 in a million. This is not going to work. I don't know how to control their breathing. 3.5 hours underwater. Anyways, in the course of a couple of days, they fucking
Making
put a
me
plan
nervous.
together. They put a plan together. The coordination between the Thai SEALs and the government and the people and the volunteers is incredible. It's like you've never seen people work together so beautifully. These guys go in there one at a time. They take the kids.
I've actually seen that in a Ron Howard movie. People work that beautifully.
Well, it worked because Each kid gets a needle, gets knocked out, they put the scuba shit on them, and then one at a time,
There's just
3.5 hours. You believe this?
That's insane. I
Dude.
did not know that part of
What
the
the
story.
hell?
You gotta
They
watch
do
the
it-
doc. It's
Well,
great.
the doc is great, but man, I watched the doc and I watched the movie last night. I thought the movie was
I
fantastic.
gotta watch the
And
movie.
so did Vigo have a English accent?
Yeah, I think it was. Can you look it up? Because my wife said it was Viggo Mortensen. I didn't even recognize him. He was so good.
Yeah. Well, he's
Meanwhile, you're watching fucking Crimes of the Future, some bullshit.
Yeah, Vigo.
Yeah.
Played
I
Richard
don't like
Stanton.
Crimes of the Future.
No, I didn't like it either. I thought it was like,
I mean,
what the fuck is this?
Here's
I
a
love
pic
the
of the team.
distributor.
We got a picture of the team here. Wes, can you pull that up?
Oh yeah,
Well,
when we
we're
were
not
young.
talking about that.
Yeah, when we were young, everybody looks great.
I
But
thought that was
So
the
why are
soccer
we changing
team.
the subject?
I thought you were
this
pulling up
was-
the soccer team.
The dive team.
Which one?
Oh,
Which one's
the rescue.
These are the ones
fucking
they saved?
Yeah, these are the guys who saved
no.
the
Well, let
team.
me just wrap this up because I just want to say one more thing. I love the story. I thought it was very well made, technically very well made, very well acted. I thought it was a great story about people working together, and we need more of that. We don't need so much
we'll
negativity.
just agree to disagree.
Yeah, but why can't we have some things in the world that
See,
that
that's-
remind us that we can be
That's
better?
all. This is my
There's
shtick
so much
here.
shit. There's
That's
so many
all
horror movies.
That's all we have in popular entertainment
No.
in America for 100 years is the aspirational tale.
That's true.
And so that then there's a surplus of hope.
Yeah,
which
but
is actually
lately
can
there's a
become
lot
toxic.
of dark. Lately there's been a lot of
Yeah,
dark,
no,
like
but-
horror movies are very popular. What do horror movies have to say? It's all nihilism.
It depends. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends which horror movies you're talking about.
And I agree. There's a lot of schlock, but I just think there's a well crafted. And my only last point on this is about the business and the industry. I don't know how many people have seen this movie. My wife and I are watching this, being like, "This is fantastic. This should, this feels like a big blockbuster movie and like a well done adult movie, but it also has action and drama, and it's just plopped up on Amazon Prime. Like it's just there it is. Like
Yeah.
who's watching that? 13 Lives.
I
Just
don't know.
Well, if the kids were in a
I
cave,
mean-
couldn't Batman show up?
You can buy it on iTunes at Amazon.com.
That would have been a cool movie.
many
right?
know this, but I tried to get my kids to watch the original, not the original and don't get into the Batman 66. Okay.
Oh man.
Can't
okay,
hear it from
Okay.
you. I
love
All right.
Batman.
Yeah, you get so
Can't
tired.
even get them to watch that.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
trying to
love
get them to watch
Batman.
the Michael Keaton movie,
I put that on the other night too.
and they were refused. They simply refused.
I had the same experience last week. Exact same thing. It's like it started and then
Yeah.
I don't want
Maybe
this.
they'll like Beetlejuice.
They like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they love Beetlejuice.
I should have said
Mine
it's
did,
by
yeah.
the same guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, Rick, I want you to enjoy your life more. I want you
I'm
to watch
sorry.
movies that are fun, and I like the Fablemans. I like.
I like some fun movies.
What's
It's
like
a
the what's
Wonderful
what's the
Life.
most wholesome? Yeah, you like a what?
Fucking do.
Wonderful
Yeah,
Life?
it's one of my favorite movies.
What about Preston
It
Sturges?
should have just
Do you like-
stopped after that.
Do you like Preston Sturges? You ever see Sullivan's Travels? That's the movie I'm into right now.
I should no. I got to see that. I like that.
Fantastic old 40s movie.
I saw that.
You love it?
A long time. I haven't been
yeah.
forever, but yeah, it's good.
So good. All right.
What
Is Phil Braun on?
Well, I was just wondering, what are you watching? Like I don't these days I don't have time for like long ass movies anymore. Mm-hmm. With everything going on, I don't. Do you watch TV? Like TV
What's
shows?
the best
not
movie? What's the
to.
last movie you saw that you just thought was
yeah,
fantastic?
yeah, that I should see.
Of recent era.
Well, on the plane we watched To Leslie, which
I heard that was great.
Andrea Riseborough.
Yeah.
Incredible. She was amazing.
I read this story about how there's this sort of organic push to acknowledge her performance in that. You
There
have
should be, yeah.
yeah. All right.
Have you seen Triangle of Sadness?
I did. Yeah. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah. I thought all of the shitting and vomiting was just
Right up
really
your alley.
wonderful.
That's
I'm mixed on that one.
I like
I'm
that. I
mixed
like
on
that.
it.
I thought it kind of flattened out. I mean, I really The Square by Ruben Östlund, incredible. Did you
I
see The
thought it was a
Square?
little like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Here's what I thought. I thought it was a little like
It was
a little first drafty.
Yeah,
it was a little like,
you know,
oh, it was
a little,
rich
a little
people
more
are bad?
dimensional. Sure, yeah.
Oh, rich people are bad? Huh. How do you like that?
Yeah.
And then all the people that are seeing it are fucking rich
But the-
people.
but
People are
the-
like, oh, I'm not as bad as that guy.
The Woody Harrelson section.
Absurd.
Yeah, it was absurd, but it was moving into off the precipice of absurdity into, it felt, volatile.
Couldn't take this
in
movie
a
with
good
white
way.
noise. I couldn't take that movie.
Oh, really?
I couldn't take that.
I thought I would hate it, and I didn't quite hate it. As you know, I sort of
it was like you're watching a play. It was like very stilted, and the dialogue was horrible.
yeah.
So, it was a bummer. I'm surprised you liked it. I thought you would have deep contempt for that
I
movie.
don't know. Maybe I was in a very susceptible mood.
Yeah. I'm surprised at this. I thought you would have found that film violent.
Well, you know, I
for its
thought it
pretension.
did. It sort of hit the notes of like Spielberg and
Well, it felt like an '80s Spielberg movie.
yeah, but it felt like in the actual voice of that stuff, as opposed to felt like a continuation of something, as opposed to just a.
I think I find Adam Driver off-putting.
He's very tall.
Yeah.
Now, what's your
Odd.
opinion about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish?
I heard it was good. I didn't see it. All right, enough
Should we
movie
talk to Phil?
Yeah. We should have a real movie review show.
Yeah,
And fuck this on cinema shit.
yeah.
And let's get into it with you and me. We could be the new, and
I
be
think we
honest.
talked about this. We were in a hotel at Sundance together, sleeping in 2 beds next to each other.
We were?
Yeah, and we started doing
What
this.
happened to my memory?
We talked about doing a movie review show
Oh, yeah.
where we would be in two beds.
Twin beds like in the old movies.
Sometimes we'd fall asleep, sometimes not.
Hey, everybody.
Whoa.
Hey, Phil!
I want to welcome Matt back from Australia. It's great to have him back.
Thanks, Phil.
Being on that little remote tropical island must have been fun. And
It's Australia. It's not... I mean, it's technically an island, I guess.
Well, it's a
but-
continent. I don't think it's.
were you able to communicate with the people there, Matt, or understand the language and all that?
Yes, no problems with that, Phil.
How about one thing that I was kind of curious about, just being on a foreign country, is like, what's the tipping like there when you go out to eat? And is the tipping different there than it is in the United States?
They don't tip, actually, in
Oh,
fact.
British European model.
no
It's
tipping
factored-
is their model.
Factored into the price
I
of
tell you what else, real quick, what I really like. A lot of places, you go order your food at the counter and you pay, and then they just bring it to you. That's like even in sort of semi-nice restaurants.
Oh,
And then
yeah?
The other thing they do,
I like a waiter.
yeah, well,
Server.
but
But
then
you
the
like
server
that?
ones, I did like that. It speeds things up. But then when they did have regular serving, they'd bring the little machine to you with the check, and you
that's-
just pay right away.
That's beautiful.
Get out of there.
People are starting to do that here. It's also very popular in Canada.
Yeah, makes sense. And it's all tap. It's all tap. None of this swiping.
Did you visit the?
Why am I so upset?
He wanted to get that in, so
Interesting.
All right, what else,
Well, you
Phil?
know,
What other-
one
what
of the
other
big
curiosities do you have about Australia?
yeah, well, nothing really. That was it. Because everybody's crazy about how celebrities tip here in the United States. Whether I don't know. How about you, Tim? You're a good tipper or considered a bad tipper? Or
I don't know. I mean, I tip 20% on as dictated by my the culture I grew up in.
well, I had a pretty viral tweet a few weeks back where I've been following Matthew Perry around different restaurants, and he is one of the great tippers in all of Hollywood. Where he'll sit down in a restaurant. One time he was at the great you probably heard of the place, the El Coyote there in
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Mexican restaurant. Legendary.
Mexican restaurant. Matthew Perry went in one time. They gave him, he ordered 2 beef tacos, and the waitress just brought him 2 empty taco shells. Nothing in them. He ate the taco shells, didn't say a word, left a $500 tip.
How do you like
God.
that? Matthew Perry,
So sweet.
who's that again?
The idiot.
From Friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
And you're saying you had a viral tweet about this? Well, I don't
Yeah, he ate a bug that was on a salad, and he left a $1,000 tip. Didn't complain at all. One time he went into Dan Tana's, the
yeah, but Dan
famous
Tana's
Italian place
a lot of
there.
fun there.
Yeah, Matthew Perry showed up. Had a just a great white suit. I got a picture of him outside there. I don't know if you can see him out there in front. Just a pristine
Can I
suit.
see the picture?
Oh yeah,
Is Phil
it's right
showing
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's cut back to Phil.
Oh, there we go.
Just looking sharp there, about to head in for an Italian restaurant. He went in there. They just dumped, accidentally, of course, spaghetti sauce all over him.
Oh no!
Matthew he just took it, put it back on the plate, politely ate the spaghetti off the plate, and didn't complain at all. Left $700 tip under the plate. Just beautiful. But you know who's a bad tipper? You know who's considered a really bad tipper? You're not going to like this, Tim.
Tipper Gore?
No. Paul McCartney is a notoriously terrible tipper.
Well, he's British. They don't tip at all. But go ahead. Well, let's hear about this.
Well, he's been here in the States long enough to know he's expected to tip.
Of course.
And he was spotted at Spago's, the famous Spago's in Los Angeles. Spago. Oh, my fault. I thought it was.
Maybe it isn't.
It must have been when it was still open. But he left a caveman script instead of a tip. It was autographed. And I had to talk to the waitress afterward. She was very, very upset by this, and immediately tossed that into the trash.
Wow, that's got a Paul McCartney signature on it. It's got to be worth something.
Yeah, maybe a couple of bucks on eBay. And then another time he went into Cindy's Diner, which Nick and I've had. Yes. And I snuck in after Paul was there. And this is what was found. Hang on a second here. This is what was found on the table. If you can see, he signed it Sir Paul McCartney, which is kind of interesting. And then he put "I counted to zero," which, if you know his famous verse from the song "Arrow Through You." Counted to zero.
Yes.
Pretty rude, actually.
Yeah.
An obscure reference.
Very obscure
to
reference.
put in a tip, yeah.
No, I don't even know that one.
That's just Paul's style, I guess.
A dick.
But I mean, but that waiter could probably sell that somewhere. You know, someone would buy it.
Well, that's not an official signature either.
No, it was a duplicate copy too. He signed.
Oh, that's right.
But why not leave a couple of bucks? You know, I don't know. And then the last time I saw him, he was at Tam O'Shanter's.
Yeah.
And
just Tam O'Shanter, but
I keep thinking it's like owned by these people, I guess. So it's my mistake. I'm kind of new stalking around in Hollywood. But
kind of
another
creepy,
time,
by the way, too. You're stalking all these people, and I don't like it. But.
Well, it's just Matthew Perry and Paul McCartney. They're the only two that I follow.
Well,
but,
one's too many.
And
well,
this time,
the night crawler, the night stalker. That.
Oh yeah, Kolchak.
I do wear a mask out at nighttime, so I can't really be seen out in the bushes and that sort of thing. So
okay. What was the experience at Tam O'Shanter? Because we got to get to lean year. What's up?
Yeah, well, he instead of a tip, he left a handwritten Honey Pie 2, which really, you just read the lyrics and it's kind of like, she was working. She was a working girl again, north of England way.
She was a working girl again.
Now she's hit the big time again. This is what I'd say again is really kind of not really very creative on his part. So he
just put for Honey Pie 2, just wrote again with the same lyrics.
Pretty much. That's what I guess he's got cooking there.
He's a rascal, this one.
I like burgers.
Yeah, that's worth a lot more than a 20% tip, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. I don't hear a lot of people clamoring for Honey Pie 2, but you never know. You never know. But
I like veggie burgers.
It's going to be on McCartney 4.
Quesadilla. Quesadilla.
So,
all right. Well,
but I'll be
interesting stuff.
Yeah, well, I got more. I'll be back at it tonight. I'll be looking around and seeing what I can find.
Are you in town? Like, why don't you come hang out? If you're in LA, stalking celebrities.
Yeah. I am in town. I'm kind of like on a week-to-week lease here right now. I just kind of moved some of my stuff in.
I love your huge office chair.
Yeah. I brought my chair and then I brought this lamp, and I'm here just short term,
Just
following
stalking Paul
celebrities
McCartney
around.
and Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So
All right.
I'll be back out tonight.
Well,
I'll
be
see
safe.
you guys. See you guys later.
I would just leave these people be. You know, I think you've established their tipping, and leave them be. We don't need any more intel on that. I don't want to be an accessory to any of this. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Phil.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah.
Take care, Phil.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
So I would
Thanks,
take a
Phil.
bagel. I'll cut it in 3.
Now we're going to change the mood of the show at this point,
Honey
and
mustard.
hear a track. A live
let's send the
performance.
band in.
Let's
Let's
bring
see.
in the band. Bring in the band. Bring in the band. Bring in the band. We got Emily and Eric coming in. And this is Lean Year. They're going to play us a song. Then we're going to take a break. Of course, visit us live on Friday at the Lodge Room in LA. Tickets are still available, I believe. And we'll come back after the break. I want to talk to Emily. She has an incredible, interesting career outside of the band that we're going to get into. And I believe we're going to, I'll tell you about my bad hair day at Sundance with Rick. Vic, Doug has got a slideshow. And one other thing we're going to talk about.
Big debate.
We're going to, I don't know, we've been pushing this off for
We can
weeks
push it
now,
off to another week.
but
Doesn't
we
matter.
want to have the great Dorf debate. Talk about the great, well, I believe, great Dorf on golf, Tim Conway character. Vic has a
I have a lot to
alternate
say
opinion.
on it, yeah.
And remember Dorf?
I grew up on Dorf.
Grew up on
Ooh.
Dorf. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, please enjoy this new tune from this record that I just threw off into the piano. Lean Year. You can pick up your copy digitally or vinyl. No track listings on the back. Big mistake. Beautiful music from Lean Year, and we'll take a break and be back after these moments.
Well, it starts with an easy way out.
Hold on. Now it starts. Let's go! Take 2.
Well, it starts with an easy way out, then it goes back to wrestling the body, the tongue and the toes. I am feeling the edges. The fingers have felt they are numb to the weather, but better, I guess, than the cough in the corner, the bed in the room. It's the soft hand of science on a cold afternoon. Can we start with the thicket and move to the field? I'll be better, I swear, with a cart or a wheel. You can push me and pull me. I'm good with the game. It's like falling downstairs and falling again. It's like geese when they slaughter the shutter and click. When I planed on the lake, I sunk like a trick. Can I borrow the patience you had when you fell? Now I'm watching the marriage of heaven and hell, and I can't stop from wanting, turning my view to the bright things above me, to the right things above, to the right things above me, to the bright things above.
applauding in this room. How dare
I
you?
was looking for my drop.
All right, that was beautiful.
That was
I got
awesome.
lost in a trance there, man. I went somewhere else, man. I went somewhere else. If you're watching us in the future, sign up to patreon.com/office hours live to hear the second half of the show today. Lodge Room Friday night. TimHeidecker.com/live for your UK Europe tickets and for the two Tims. And Doug, anything to plug real quick?
No, sir.
Obviously not you.
No.
Actually, I do.
No.
Two Wet Crew is coming back. We're doing a show at the
Nice.
Dynasty Typewriter. On
Oh,
March
great
7th.
venue.
Whoa.
All right, be back after 5, and you guys are going to stick around. See you soon.
I would like as many of you as possible. I would like a really great surge of people to follow my wife on Instagram.
Go clean the turds out of my shit box, you 90-day fiance watching loser.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the second half of the show, the free half. The second, pay half.
Deep behind
What
the paywall.
business do I have hosting a fucking show every week, huh? What
Great
business
show.
do I
It's a
have?
great show. It's great business.
We wanted to acknowledge we have the Hothead hotline open as well. Some people prefer communicating that way via the telephone. Matt, do we have anybody on the line?
Sure. Mountain Boy, you're live on the air, 720 Mountain Boy.
Intrigued.
Hello, Mountain Boy, 720. Are you there?
Hey.
Hey,
Sure am.
Mountain Boy, what can I do for you today?
Timmy, how's it going, buddy?
Real good. Here with friends. Surrounded by friends. I'm
Yes,
so
you guys
grateful
are.
for my friends.
So I just we've got a bit of a job show going on today. I lost my job as well. Looking for some advice from you guys.
How'd you lose it?
I was laid off. I was working for a startup. This crazy tech layoff is going on right now. So I'm thinking about going out and buying a couple lottery tickets, try to get in on that $7 billion reward.
Don't do that.
Don't waste your money.
Don't waste your money. That is not a good use of time, energy, or money.
Also, people that win those most
guys
of the
don't
time
think
ruins
so?
their life.
That's
True,
what that
that's
movie
true.
I watched last night was about
Yeah.
on the plane.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Lottery.
Crazy.
Losing your life to the lottery.
This movie you were recommending.
Well, I don't know if I was recommending it.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Well,
Yeah,
the performance,
yeah.
I just say
What's it called?
Andreas.
For Emily?
To Leslie.
Wait, is that the lottery movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it a documentary?
Well,
No.
you can't tell these days.
What are they
You
going to
know
do with the
what I'm saying?
sequel?
Yeah,
To
acting was
Leslie
bad,
2?
but yeah.
Ostensibly,
what are
it's
they-
in the documentary category? Or
No,
is it-
what are they
it's a
going to do with
remake.
it? What are they
No,
going to
it's
do
like
with it?
it's like 13 Lives.
Ah, okay.
You know.
Here's my little story about Andrea Riseborough. I did a short film with her,
Oh, really?
with Nick Thornburn and Michael Cera. That's on YouTube called That Dog.
Oh, cool.
And I
You-
worked
you
with her very
directed
briefly.
that?
Huh?
You directed?
No, I acted it.
Okay.
I don't have time to be directing. Hey, boss, what color do you want this to be? Blue, green? I don't fucking know. Cut. Get out of here.
Can I talk to
I
the,
leave the directing to Woody back here.
Can I talk to the caller?
Well, let me just finish this thought. About
hang on,
Andrea
caller.
About a
Riseborough.
YouTube video from 10 years ago you acted in.
No. It's a bad story, too. I hate to tell you. So the first day I'm working on this show, Our Flag Means Death, Claudia O'Doherty, big friend of the show, big friend of the show. I see her in the makeup trailer. I go, she says hello. I say, we've met. We worked together. We were in a short. We were in Nick's short. She goes,
Big up.
what you saying then? And I thought Andrea Riseborough was Claudia O'Doherty. Ooh. Boom.
I love the story, Tim.
That's a great story. It's going to be in my memoir that I'm working on right now. First, I'm going to do one of those kind of
That's a
cold
great
open
story.
memoirs where it's out of time, out of place. No, we're not
Right.
starting at the beginning. We're jumping in.
2011, I was
Picture
on
this.
set. Picture this. Caller, what do you like to do?
Mountaineering.
Well, I was working as a program designer for the startup that I worked at, but my real passion is the environment and architecture.
Hey, well, this is a great segue into our musical guest, Emily, here. Maybe she can help. Maybe not.
I'd love to hear it.
Okay, well, yeah, good luck. Where are you living?
I'm in Colorado.
I was going to say Kentucky.
Well, he's in Colorado. It's a shame.
I'm thinking out there in the Blue Mountain, Blue Ridge Mountain. Blue Ridge Mountain. Them there. You're a Southern boy, though. You're from
Richmond.
Richmond.
We got the Blue Ridge Mountains over here.
Yep. No, of course the Colorado's got the Rockies. Confirm or deny?
I was just up skiing. That's why I'm mountain boy. But I was real quick before I lose you guys. I got $20 burning a hole in my pocket. I got to get a couple lottery tickets. I know you guys have the direct line to Casey. I was hoping to get a couple numbers from Casey.
We can do that. If you really want to press your luck, let's get some numbers from Casey, see if he's got an official lotto pick. Would you cut us 10% of your winnings if we give you these numbers?
I'll give you guys 10%. Happy to do it. And, I'm a big fan of Casey. So.
All right. Well, how many numbers are we looking? How many numbers are you looking for? What's the lotto number? Is it a 3 lotto number, a 4?
I'm ready. For 9.
Huh?
9 numbers.
Okay. So Doug, I want you to summon Casey Kasem. And I want. Are you here, Casey? Wait, let me summon Casey.
Sure.
Casey Kasem, are you there?
I'm ready.
Maybe we could do some. Can we get some reverb on him so like he's coming from another world?
Like a cave?
Yeah.
Cave.
Sure.
I am calling the dark spirits. I am calling into the realm of the unknown. I am calling deep, deep into the past, into the future, into the heaven, into hell, wherever ye may be. I call on you, Casey Kasem. Casey Kasem, are you there?
Gotcha.
Casey, I have mountain. Casey, I have.
Kasem.
Yes, Casey, I have. I have
Kasem.
a man here, Mountain Man. He wishes to receive your guidance. He wants numbers. Would you give him the lucky lotto numbers for this week?
Sure. 8.
Write this.
8.
Okay, let me get my pen. 8.
Want another one?
Give me another one, Kate.
8.
Okay.
10.
I need single-digit numbers, Kate.
Want another one?
Yes, Casey. Yes, Casey. We need single-digit numbers, Casey, please.
Please, Casey. I'm begging you.
4. You got all that?
Is that enough?
I got it. I got it.
Can you read it back to us, Mountain Man?
Okay, we got 888-104.
888-104.
He never said O.
Wait, 1 and 0.
10.
There's no 0.
All right.
Well,
that doesn't sound
9.
like 9. Is that 9?
9.
Oh, and then 9.
I
want somebody to use his fucking brain.
All right, Casey. Calm down, my friend. I'm going to let you go back into those to the outer realm.
See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers.
Casey, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you in hell?
Yes. God damn. Want another one?
Give me another one, Kate.
I'll never get tired of that.
8.
All right. Thank you, Casey. I'll let you go. Have a
You
great
got all
day.
that? Want another one?
Is it hot in hell?
Oh, no.
Is it cold?
Sure.
Can I get one more, Case? I just need one more number.
Yes.
I have a kind of, I'm a big, Casey, I'm a big Beatles fan. And I don't want to know the answer to this. Is John Lennon, he did so many good things in the world, but obviously some bad things too. Is he in hell?
Yes.
Oh, I hate to hear that. How about George H.W. Bush?
Say it again.
George H.W. Bush.
Yes.
Damn it. How about Lincoln?
No.
Oh.
Want another one?
Sure. Charles Manson. Is he in hell?
Say it again.
Charles
Yes.
Manson.
Yes.
Oh, Charles Manson's in hell. That's good.
You got all that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anybody you want to know if they're burning in hell?
Ron Howard.
He's alive.
Oh, sorry.
No.
No.
Ted Kennedy.
I'm Casey Kasem.
Is Ted Kennedy in hell?
Okay, good. Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
Mo Howard.
Mo Howard from the Three Stooges. Thank you, Vic.
No.
Oh, good.
Good. Thank God.
He belongs in heaven. How about Leonard Nimoy from Star Trek? Is he in heaven or hell? Is he in hell?
Oh, no.
Oh, good. All right, Casey, we'll let you go.
You got all that?
Yes, we got it.
Gotcha. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. God damn. Casey Kasem. It's me, Casey.
Hey Casey, can I just get one more number? I'm dying for
Yes.
one more number here.
What the fuck is Sure.
Thank you, Casey.
Why are there two Caseys?
One.
The number, Case. The number.
One.
Oh, one. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
All right, moving
Want
on.
another one?
Goodbye, Casey. Thank you. Goodbye.
It's a last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain.
All right, shut up.
Damn record that is.
Back to hell you go. Now, Doug, I hate to note you to death, but man, I thought your comedy instincts are on another level. You're top tier in my book. Top tier.
I thought you're noting me.
Well, I am with one
It
little.
sounded like you were gonna give me.
But
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
would it have been funnier? I'm just throwing this out to the group. You know what I'm going to say. Maybe you don't.
Well, maybe if I wasn't being talked over every
What I'm saying
micro.
is, would it have been funny if I said it's Charles Manson in hell? You would have said he's not. He's not. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I thought that was coming, but he took
That
it the
would have
other
been
way,
funny.
and it worked.
And we're trying to do comedy.
I thought I was kind of doubling down. I was like, it would be funny to say he's not in hell. But then I said, that's kind of obvious.
It would have been a little obvious.
You can expect that.
I'm with Doug. I
Yeah,
stand
but
with Doug.
sometimes we want to play to the what like with the Ron Howard movie. You want to play to what people
the
want.
fans.
Yeah, you want to.
I was playing to the guys in the back of the room. The Rick Alverson's back there.
I appreciated it. I thought you made the right choice.
Thank you.
It didn't necessarily please people. It's not fun.
It was transgressive.
We all learned something from it. You know what I mean? We're bigger people because of that.
What did Ricky Nelson? What did the nun say to Ricky Nelson when he dropped his baby off at the orphanage? Rick Alverson. Rick
Thank you.
Alverson.
All right, thanks, Vic.
I was just trying. Rick, I'll have your son.
I'll have your son.
Sorry, guys.
Fuck off, wanker, you're doing it.
All right,
I'm trying things out.
Emily.
I appreciate it.
Thanks and goodbye, Mountain Man. Take care.
Good luck, Mountain Man.
Good luck with your job.
Yeah, good luck. Hang in there, dude.
Yeah,
Environmental
you'll find
architecture
something.
sounds
Love you
cool.
guys.
Yeah,
Got my Timmy, my Vicky, and my Dougie boy. Love
like
you boys.
that.
And the band too. Loving you guys.
Thank you.
He could build some houses.
Were you at my show in Boulder?
Out of rocks and stones.
I was. You know I was.
Thank you, baby.
When you coming back, Tim? When you coming back?
I don't know. How do 2 years? You can't do it every year.
I like that energy.
What?
I like
gotta
his
get out there
energy.
to
I do
this guy's
too.
great.
Yeah, it's
I would love
great.
to come back to Boulder, Denver, fucking anywhere.
What's the weather like there today in Boulder?
My hometown. When is it going to be City of the Day? You guys calling me back?
You got it, Mountain
All right.
Man. Take care, brother. You'll get through this.
Love you guys.
Love you, Emily. But you can you
Let's just call it.
call it a day. Can you talk to me about what you do outside the music? What is your job? Because it's every time I see you, and I love seeing you, and I love seeing you, Rick. Eric, I'm getting to know you, and every time I'm around you, I feel good. So that's a good sign.
Really glad to hear that.
Sure.
Yeah, or Casey could tell you.
Maybe people think you work for the CIA. That was discussed earlier.
Yeah.
But no.
I don't work for the CIA. I'm a
Classic
consultant.
thing to say.
Yeah, would you say? Yeah.
I'm a consultant, and I have one big client right now, which is this big international NGO called Mercy Corps.
Okay.
And they work in 40 different countries, and I work with the resilience team. Are you familiar with the concept of resilience?
No, we have none of that here.
I barely made it in.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So it's this idea, that when we face different big challenges, we call them shocks and stresses. We're able to kind of not fall too far too fast, and ideally we're able to adapt to them and even kind of use them as opportunities to transform a lot of the systems that keep people
alive.
Well, we're able to, like, a lot of times these shocks and stresses are opportunities, like Naomi Klein would talk about, to actually transform some of the systems that keep people very vulnerable and keep people in oppressed states. So I work on a lot of food security programs, and a lot of it is kind of my job specifically is working with a lot of really smart people who are encountering lots of, like, big technical challenges, or they're trying to work through big problems, and I kind of sit there and ask a lot of questions and do a lot of kind of technical translation, and we try and figure out what's working and what's not, and translate that into guidance for other teams around the world. So there's a lot of, like, sharing between programs.
And you go all over the world doing this?
Yeah.
Is food security like you get these bodyguards coming in to protect the ham sandwiches?
Get out of here. So what concerns you out there in the world as you go out there? What do you see? Because you're looking at, like, very serious environmental, environment, mostly environmental, but food shortages, water rights, water issues.
Yeah, I mean, all over the world there are many, many people who are already facing the reality of climate change. I know that's not.
It's very controversial here. We don't believe in climate change. There's been many changes in the environment over the years, or just another one happening right now. No, of course we can't.
Yeah. So
So right now you're seeing the effects of climate change in smaller. I don't know. How would you define these?
I mean, everything from facing unprecedented flooding to facing unprecedented drought. Either facing drought or flooding. So rain is very, very variable, and a lot of people in the world are still farmers, or they're pastoralists. They raise cattle, and they, everybody needs water. And then, there's this intersectionality between climate and conflict, So in a lot of places in the world, there have been longstanding conflicts or emerging conflicts, and climate change is really exacerbating a lot of those conflicts. So,
like destroying jobs in pastoralism and agriculture, and you have an entire population that then moves to urban areas out of work, susceptible to.
Well, I mean, you could look at even
this
so-called immigrant or the migrant crisis that's happening now on our southern border that gets a lot of attention. No one talks about why the people are coming up, right?
Sure.
Because they're being dried out or flooded out, or the environmental issues going on in Central America and South America.
Not to mention the political instability that we've contributed to through our own government over generations too.
So these are refugees in a lot of ways. These are environmental refugees.
Yeah, and the problem is unfortunately not going to go away, but because a lot of the work that we do is also really focused on governance and investing in governance systems so that people have the opportunity to advocate for their interests, because, communities that are experiencing risk and are most vulnerable to risk are the best situated to be able to come up with solutions for, what they want to see in their futures, but oftentimes, governance is the first thing to go in fragile states. And just like in our country, we were talking about Trump, it's when people are using fear to drive a political climate around, what decisions we should make, the first thing people are going to do is divest in governance, because good governance takes a long time. We saw how easy it was for Trump to come in and tear down systems that we had tried to build. Not that those are amazing systems or that they're working for everyone, but it takes a long time.
Well, you saw with the silliness with the House of Representatives and that battle to find the speaker. At the core of that, the group of people that were opposing it was people that fundamentally don't believe in the concept of government and have deep spite and resentment towards the whole structure. So of course they're going to just walk in there with grenades and act like it's a joke.
Right. Yeah. And they're about to just hold us hostage over the debt limit. We reached our debt limit today.
Is this today?
Yeah.
Happy
We reached our
Debt
happy debt limit day. And they're all going to hold us hostage because they are just happy to have.
They're on Putin's nickel.
Is that what you believe, Rick? Wow.
Yeah.
These are.
I have some information that we'll talk about later.
All right. Well, let's take a zoomer. Fascinating work. What's the group called again? Because I want to give them a plug.
Yeah, Mercy Corps.
Mercy Corps.
Maybe that caller from Boulder can check it out.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want somebody that's playing with the lottery on on your team. No offense to Mountain End.
He can donate his winnings.
Yes. You
to
could become the
Mercy
new
Corps.
George Soros
Yeah.
and start funding all these great organizations, or not so great. I don't know what he does.
Yeah.
Where did George Soros get his? I mean, where did Santos get his money? Where did that money come from?
That's a great question.
You
I
know
think
what I'm
that's.
talking
I mean,
about.
I've been following that story. It's wild. You probably don't pay attention.
I don't pay attention.
Dude, that's incredible. That guy that's like lying about everything.
He lied about
every
his
day. There's a
name.
new lie that he was like.
It keeps getting bigger.
Lying about being
lies.
on the volleyball
I
team
kinda
now.
checked out.
Yeah.
It went from like $45,000, $39,000 a year to $2.2 million in like
So
overnight.
you're thinking he's sort of one of these like Manchurian candidates or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? He's been hypnotized by the. All right. I did ask for a zoomer.
Sure, Joe Foreman.
So parched.
It's the foreman of
Hey,
Zoom.
you hear me?
Hello, Joe.
Sure.
Hello. So I have a lot of questions for Rick. I'm a huge fan of The Mountain. It's one of my favorites of all time.
Thank you.
I saw it in theaters when it came out, but I haven't seen it since. I'd love to see it again. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere.
It is.
But
It's streaming on a little channel called Hulu.
It is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, we sold they sold it to Hulu.
I've
The
seen
original
that. and
aspect ratio of 4:5.
Original aspect ratio. Yeah.
This was a bold directorial choice by Rick. Square format, not quite
Squarish.
Squarish.
Academy. Yeah.
Like the old
it's a
movie.
beautiful
Yeah.
looking,
Thank you.
beautiful looking film. Gosh, I don't even know where to start. I have a lot of questions about your creative process, but we'll start with who are your guys? You mentioned Cassavetes, who I love too, and I feel like I saw a lot of Kubrick in The Mountain in your
Yeah,
and entertainment.
I'm a Stanley fan.
Stanley Stan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Stanley Stan.
Yeah, I mean, I was sort of, early on like Tarkovsky and folks, but I mean, when I actually got into making films, I was really inspired by the whole New French Extremity kind of peeps.
Is that a new kind of penis you're talking about?
Gaspar Noé and Catherine Breillat and Michael Haneke and these folks.
I'm gonna have to check all those out.
Michael Haneke is the best. My modern day cinematic hero.
What's his big one?
Cachet with Juliette Binoche is
Okay.
incredible, and Piano Teacher with Isabella Huppert, which is one of the most uncomfortable films I've ever seen.
It's fucked up.
It's incredible.
And amazing.
What's that movie that?
Funny Games.
Oh, Funny Games.
You know
What's
Funny
that movie with Art Garfunkel where he's the
Simon and Garfunkel.
No, where he.
Bad timing.
Oh, Bad Timing.
Yeah.
Nicholas Rogue. Yeah,
Nicholas
big Nicholas Rogue fan. I am.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You got some work to do, friend. I'm gonna let you go so you can start watching movies all day.
Well, let me just real quick. What's next?
Let's
Rick?
move ahead more lightly.
I am. It's hard making movies. Except for Ron Howard.
I'll get you a meeting with Ron Howard.
Ron doesn't want to talk to me after this.
I had a meeting with Ron Howard. Do you believe this?
Yeah, it's difficult making movies that don't do what movies are expected to do.
Well, they don't make money. Let's just get down to it.
That create dysfunction in the cinematic experience.
Yeah.
That essentially are challenging. By being dysfunctional.
Right, and
Or
you
by
have no
being-
interest in compromising. You don't want to.
There's plenty of people, and there's more people than ever making content.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
and doing it very
But
well.
do you ever think about as a director as sort of this is a job? I have a job. I'm part of this machine that makes things for people's entertainment. You have somebody like, let's say, David Lynch. You like David Lynch?
Yeah.
David Lynch goes off and does a commercial. He does a fucking Burger King commercial or whatever it is.
But those David Lynch commercials were on his terms. He was able to
No.
make,
No.
Oh, yeah.
He's
yeah.
done plenty of commercials where he's just going in to do his job. He's not making art films with that.
I don't know. I mean, the ones
don't
I
think
saw
so.
were beautiful.
I would look.
It's
at
like
some
Harmony
of those.
Korine's commercials.
Right.
Beautiful commercials.
But so
They
you
won't
would
let me make my commercial.
you would
be,
do that though if you would do that if
well, but
if the
then people
opportunity
wouldn't want to
presented.
buy the
product.
commodity.
You got to compromise a little.
So you know what I recommend is that companies should call me and we should make commercials of other competing products.
Yeah, yeah.
And
There
I
you
will
go.
make sure that nobody buys them.
Right, that's a good idea.
Stupidest thing you
But I mean, even a
there.
film. If somebody came to you with a, you know, we got the script, we love the way you shoot, we love the way you work with actors. You know, it definitely has a happy ending. We would love you to come in here and help us see it through. You'd say no.
I love an uncomfortably happy ending.
And you could put your Easter eggs in there, knowing that you were subverting things. I just want you to make more stuff, and it's going to be harder and harder if you're so incalcitrant.
Yeah,
Emily,
I know.
do something about this.
Yeah.
But you support his vision, his artistic integrity.
I do. I do.
You got that at least.
Do you like make stuff at home, like with your camera and just like put it together, just like and not release it?
No.
You don't ever do that?
No,
Just mess around?
There's no playtime.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
How do you?
I've just been pounding out scripts. You know, when they don't get made, you just write another one. And
You have things in the queue.
yeah, I do have things in the queue. Yeah,
Yeah.
12th century.
Is getting it's moving along.
It's getting some traction right now. Yeah, so
the pounding.
Yeah, 12th century horror.
Nice.
And
I love movies from that era. They weren't making a lot of movies back then.
No, it was a lot harder. The less financing for films.
12th century Europe.
Say that again.
12th century Europe.
Well, it's a ambiguous sort of it feels like 12th century Europe. I'll just say that.
Okay. Intriguing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about going to the? Do you think about going to the? Like speaking of Europe, do you think about you go to France and these other places for looking for funding? Because it always seems like those cultures.
Well, so we're the only country one of the few countries in the world that has no state subsidies for commercial cinema.
Right.
You can get their grants and subsidies for museum work and experimental work, but for commercial cinema, it's just the free market. Everywhere in Europe, I mean, in France, they don't want me coming and taking their state money.
Right.
I mean, the state money runs the theaters, it runs the distribution, the mechanics of the whole industry there.
Right.
And so, yeah, this is just sort of the.
You talking shit about my country?
France?
I think the whole thing's collapsing though. Like you look at. Well, my example of 13 Lives, where it just plops up on Amazon, nobody gives a shit. I don't think anyone's going to the theater to see that. I don't even know if they put it out in the theater.
Yeah,
but you have a movie like Babylon with you put that fucking Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie in there. No one's going to see that movie. Like I'm not saying it's good or bad. I don't know. It's just like these award shows. Nobody's watching that.
Yeah,
like,
but
people are not People are not under the spell of Hollywood like they used to be.
Yeah, but with the streamers, it doesn't matter because they have their subscription base. They know exactly how much they can spend, just as long as it keeps people in the mode of wanting to consume.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I'm Amazon development guy and this 13 Lives, I don't know what the budget was. But it had to be enormous because of the production challenges. They're shooting in this water. There's tons of people. And I mean, like, how do they value that versus something else, which might be a lot cheaper? It might be a lot more disposable.
Yeah.
Some Jane Fonda romantic
But I think the
comedy
way
or
to look at it is like old television model, where people think that they're like, oh, what are the Nielsen ratings of this show or that show?
Yeah.
And people are thinking about the content when in fact it's the commercial that is important.
Yeah.
And
Amazon just wants you to go so you can buy your trash bags.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's their model's more like that. But I mean, and then the other streamers, what they want you to do is keep your subscription, keep coming back. It doesn't, it's more about returning. And I'm convinced, like the old Hollywood model is that they want you to walk out of a theater and be like, "How was that movie? Oh, it was okay." Yeah. They don't want you too excited because if you're too excited and passionate,
it becomes revolutionary.
Exactly, yeah. And there's going to be a contingent of the population that doesn't like it. So they want the middle of the road.
I think a lot of people watch. Most people watch movies coming away that way. They don't get. They're not passionate about the movie one way or the other. If this movie, The Menu, that everybody was talking about, which was just like schlocky horror.
Eric was a big
thriller.
fan of The Menu.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, it was for me. It was a fine diversion. It was an evening at
what's
the
not bad? A
in
fried
bed
egg
watching
sandwich.
something. I thought it was kind of clever and well made, but nothing to get super excited about. Nothing to be.
You wanted a good cannibal
angry.
movie? It's Claire Denis' Trouble Every Day with Vincent Gallo.
Okay.
You know this movie?
No.
I was going to ask you about
Recommend
Vincent Gallo because he's like a contemporary.
What's
Are
that?
you
were yeah, I had like a 2-hour meeting
and
with
he's a
him once.
musician too. I like his music.
Yeah.
Your music almost kind of reminded me.
Oh
of his.
God, I love I wish he would make more music. You know Vincent Gallo's solo record?
No.
Oh, it's like Chet Baker.
Okay.
I mean it's incredible. His voice is like a small.
This is the
a
wine
small
guy,
angel's
Gallo
voice.
Brothers.
That's his brother Julio.
Well, I mean Buffalo '66 is one of my favorite.
I want to hear
movies.
about this meeting.
So that Vic, you were asking about making movies and not releasing them. That's all Gallo does. He just makes films. He said when I had a meeting with him, he said, "I'm not making movies for the general public anymore. They're only for the inside of my safe."
What a privilege,
you know.
piece of,
And so he's apparently because he took over this one film that was called the Bachelor Symphonies or something. I can't remember the name of it. But he took it over, and there was like mutiny on the set. You know about this story?
No.
So he had the director down on his knees, just crying, and then he fired the director. He was the actor in the film. He fires the director and takes over the film. Calls up the executive producer, said, "I'm the director now," and he takes over this film. And everybody's just like, okay, you know, because people are scared of Vincent, and he's a powerful presence. One of the great actors.
Mm-hmm. Bit of a
not great singers.
Bit unstable.
So then he changed the name to Promises Written in Water for this film. This was like 8 years ago.
How can these be promises? They're written in water. You'll never be able to see it again.
All the festivals were going to play the film, and they started getting really itchy because Vincent's not sending the film, and then they don't have they need a still for the catalog, and so there's just an empty place where there would be a picture. It says Vincent Gallo's Promises Written in Water, and then he didn't send. Then they're ready to screen. He doesn't send the film.
What a weirdo.
So
you should get him on the show
for him to watch.
Oh
by
God,
himself.
you should get him on the show. Yeah.
We got to look more into him, though. I don't know if he's trouble. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's been up to, but
he's a controversial figure. I'll
Yeah.
say that. Anyway, Trouble Every Day, Claire Denis. That's my recommendation for.
Well, I just want to talk because I teased it, and I don't know if we're going to get to this Dorf debate. I don't know.
Save it for another time.
And Doug's got a slideshow, but we got time. We got some time.
We
I
need
want
like
to
an
take
hour,
more
though,
calls.
for-
The Dorf debate might need to be a patrons only evening.
I think so.
Just-
Yeah, save it.
It's
Save
dark.
it.
Huh?
It's Dorf is dark.
Well, yeah. The crux of it is Vic prefers this Leslie Nielsen golf video, and I love Leslie Nielsen, of course. The one that
he sent was
is a
absolutely.
stinkeroo.
I think I did
absolutely
send the wrong
cringe.
one, but there's a
It's
couple.
not funny at all.
There's a couple of funny moments. You have to look past the
Nothing better when
garbage,
then
you know.
when Doug turns on Vic on the show. It's a
He seems
rare
like
moment.
pretty nice.
I think
you
he
know.
sent the wrong video.
I think I did. There's a few, and
But-
I may have sent the wrong
So
one.
we'll do that another time.
Yeah.
This is more important. I want to acknowledge my bad hair on those pictures, if we could bring those up again. This was just a day that we should talk a little bit about that Sundance weekend, because, I mean, were you there too?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
sorry.
you, Eric. I knew you were there.
And I was definitely not there.
I mean, that and a list of like memorable weekends. First of all, what is the lens? Is it the what is going on? I look like I got run over by a fucking
So
what do you
much
call it?
headroom.
What do you call it?
You guys are
Steam
a
press.
It barely looks like you.
Well, you look like you're having a blast at Sundance. You guys.
We're
Big
trying
premiere.
to be cool.
So does Ricky.
I look fat, and I was fat. I was very uncomfortable with my body, and that morning I think I was kind of under the weather, probably hungover, and fucking wake up and I'm not doing the fucking shower. I'm not doing the whole. I don't know why. It's cold.
See, I don't think any of the. I don't think it's a hair. I don't think it's a
the
hair.
other picture of
or
the
a-
four of us looks even worse.
I think the only issue is the shirt.
I don't
It
know.
might be the background wall or something.
It looks
close
sickly.
to the skin tone.
But my head.
You
But
know
this
who
of
looks
course
the
is-
best here is Chet Jensen.
He looks great. He looks great. Eric looks good. His beard's nice and full. Rick
And his
looks
brooch.
very cool.
He's supposed to be getting on his shirt though. That's kind of a.
Yeah, Tim, your eyelids are heavy in there.
Yeah, and I mean, we're trying to be cool and fucking indie rock or whatever, indie movies.
Yeah, we look like a band.
You made everybody stop smiling.
I was at that premiere too.
But this was the day. This was the day where every single so many
Here's
photos,
why there's all
so
that
many,
headroom. That's a crop.
Oh yeah.
so many press moment. We're just getting fucking hammered with interviews, and it was really fun. But I was there with $1 Billion Movie and the comedy.
Yeah, you were busy.
And both of those movies just did not go well.
What are you talking about? I think the comedy went perfect.
For you.
Jesus Christ!
People walking out.
There were many walkouts.
Yeah, no, it was
They're walking
fascinating.
out.
I was
$1 Billion
upset
Movie.
about the walkouts. I mean, I got yelled at in the lobby by, like
Robert Redford?
like
Even Redford was like,
how dare you bring this to my film festival? No, well, you got yelled at the lobby, but you also got
by a couple people who had come out, and I was just walking in the lobby going to the restroom or something. And they started screaming at me.
What did they say?
They said, the nerve of you. They were older. The
Yeah,
nerve
yeah.
of you.
Oh boy. But then there was that experience. I've told this story before, but we screened it at one of the satellite theaters at the Redford Center for Film or whatever that weekend, and this guy in the audience, fucking, is again in the Q&A, like comes at you
Yeah.
direct.
Yeah.
What the hell did he say? He's wearing his fucking LL Bean.
He said, "I'd like
Peter Ducey?
He said, "I'd like you to, on behalf of the audience and everybody here, I'd like you to apologize for what we just endured."
Can you believe the gall? And then
Yeah,
you
and he
said,
I said,
well, I think you said, what I recall you
"I'm
saying is
sorry."
like, my.
I told him the story about my parents.
Yeah, you started bringing up your dad.
Oh yeah,
and
I
his
did
reaction.
because it's a legitimate.
Yeah.
My parents said wrote me a note saying, I wish there was a better way you couldn't have got across your point, or we're disappointed there wasn't a better way to get your point across. But I mean, the movie wasn't really for my parents.
No.
It was
Yeah.
was.
But this guy took it as an assault on he took it as an ageist
extreme,
for Mark because he was an older gentleman. And
He wasn't that old. He's about your age now.
No, he was not. He was in his 60s, I would guess, from my memory. But yes, don't you make this about age. I know movies, and it was like heavy.
Yeah.
And you handled it very well. But I mean, when you sent me the cut of that movie, and I watched it with Marilyn and Eric, I think Greg, it just felt like a good movie. It didn't feel like something that you should apologize for. Of course, that's cool.
Wow. I mean, I think the thing about it that I learned that was really fascinating and that made me want to keep making movies was that people are very sensitive around the edges of if you mess with the form, if you mess with the delivery, if you play with insincerity and there's like the compact with the audience.
Yeah.
If you mess with that, people get very upset because they're vulnerable when they watch movies.
Yeah. Well, it's like some guy that works at one of the big studios said to me, I had this idea about a story that eventually ends with somebody, not ends, but one of the plot is I kill this dog. And he goes, no, that's a big Hollywood rule. You can't kill any dogs. Like, you can't have dogs being killed in movies. So just think about something else. It was like, there's just things you don't do, and that's
Life's
one
tough,
of them. So,
man.
anything else?
Did that happen in like the first 10 minutes of the
It was pretty
meeting?
I mean, it was
and
a
then you're
friendly
like, what
meeting.
do we talk about
Yeah,
now?
he wasn't a dick about it. It was kind of like
Okay.
semi-serious, and he was kind of steering me away from that. If I wanted to pitch it to like fucking Universal or something, which I wouldn't probably do anyway. But anyway,
They did that in Peep Show. Ever see that one with the dog?
that's British. That's state
right,
funded.
That's right. That's right. There you go.
The dog from.
Let's take a zoomer, huh?
Old
Another
Yeller.
zoomer.
how'd they get that through?
Oh yeah.
Well, they didn't kill the dog, did they? In that, or they just or they shot
It
it?
was a documentary.
Let's check in with M. Williamson. What do they have to say?
Hi, Tim. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Tim, I have a question for you. I know you hate bald boys. I know that's why you make Vic wear a hat every week, right?
All I'm saying is,
it is.
Listen, there's nothing you can do. It's genetic. Now they got some products to cover up hair, to grow hair. I don't know if they work or not, but for years, I don't know for how many years, probably for hundreds of years, and it's only gotten better. There's a tremendous technology going on with toupees, and I think it's a service to the society around you to be polite and wear a toupee if you're bald, or a hat.
Yeah, so this is what my question pertains to, Tim, is that my hair, it's going, and it's got me real fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
what do you got, a spot in the back?
No, spot in the back is not really there. It's like
see it.
happening up here. Yeah, you can see it happening, you know? And so I've been looking into like hair transplant options.
Using Rick's beard?
Rick, would you donate some beard hair to my head hair?
I'll sell every hair on my beard.
You could be funding the next Rick Alverson movie with your purchase.
It'll be a wiry head of hair.
Someone in the chat said that Vincent Gallo sells his sperm on his website. So this would be your Gallo.
He sells it by the gallon.
Wait, can I ask how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 33.
You're still pretty young. If I were you, I would use the time rather than, worrying about how to fix it and how to do these implants or whatever, and try to just accept it. Because I'm still working on that, because I had my dad, my grandfather, it's just genetic, and every time I look at my bald head, I'm like, oh, there's my dad and my grandfather, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? So I would highly recommend working on accepting it and trying to love yourself as a bald boy. That's what I.
At least you can grow a nice
and
beard.
by the way, I'm being completely facetious and absurd in my comments about toupees.
But plus, you're fighting nature. You're fighting
It is
genetics. There's no way to stop it.
People are very literal these days.
No way
They
to-
think that everything I say is somehow the way I think. I'm just trying to get cheap laughs out of my friends here.
No,
And I
Tim,
do not
people
want-
approach me on the street about this all the time.
They
People
do
on the street
not.
come up and say, I'm telling you, every day it happens. People say, you can't be walking around looking like that with Tim Heidecker.
I tease Mark Proch about this all the time. I say, Mark, there's the technology with toupees now. So I think you should think about it. You'd look much better.
My
Much
granddad
more
was a
handsome.
bald barber, and my mom would say that he would always he'd put a plunger on his head, and he would work the follicles with a plunger.
Oh, to try to get the hair come out?
Yeah.
In fact, in reality, I do, and you can do this if you want, and Vic, maybe you'll make this choice, but I love seeing toupees are way more ridiculous than a bald head. You ever see a guy with a toupee on?
Do you think
out
I'm
there?
really going to make this choice?
I stare. I'm like a cat with catnip when I see a toupee man walking by.
Especially if it's an old guy with younger hair.
Yeah, what about that guy? What about that beard man?
Yeah,
you
the beardy.
Oh,
the black
you
beard.
guys have that? That's
That's something.
Wait till you
could
see
do.
a beard.
The caller could do this.
What is a beard toupee called? A beard pay?
I don't know, but you'll see one
three
right
pay.
now. Well, thank you. And listen, I agree. Totally 100% agree with Vic here. Rare occasion on the show. I believe he's got it right.
Thank you for that lovely and very heartfelt answer. That is not what I wanted to hear at all, but I
get to know it. Get to accept
Look at the great
it.
George Foreman. He's bald as a cue ball.
You know what? My inspiration, Larry Fine. That's where I'm going from this. Just
The
think
richest
of
man
Larry.
on earth
That's
is
it.
bald, Jeff Bezos.
Exactly. There you go.
who doesn't want to be like Jeff Bezos?
Hey, man, I want to go to the moon.
Hey, he funded my favorite movie of the year, 13 Lives.
You're really pushing
There you
this
go.
movie.
You know who said it was his favorite movie of the year?
Ron Howard.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
No.
Nah.
Look it up.
Yeah, but he's been in L.A. too long, Paul has.
I have an answer for why it was on Amazon, because Amazon acquired MGM Studios.
Oh, I see.
That's why.
And MGM named him.
Yeah.
Now get back to finding that beard.
I got it. Got the beard. Thanks, Em.
This was
Look at
up
this
on the
beard.
Great Christian Nightmares account on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram. What does this clown have to say? Let's hear what he has to say.
I want to tell you today, don't allow your mind to lie to you. There is no expiration date on your prophetic promise.
There's no expiration date on your prophetic promise.
Just allow the Spirit
Is it
of
Paul
God
Scheer?
to lead you through the open door, because it has a memory of
Like
your
Muppet
future
fur.
that your mind cannot comprehend. I want to pray for you. Father, in the mighty name
No.
of
I
Jesus
don't want
Christ.
him. I don't want him to pray for me. I don't want his prayers. This is fucking pity.
He's
That's something else, isn't it?
No beard looks like that.
No.
Is that guy he must have like a cardboard thing that he puts here.
Is he hired by you guys? Is he on the bill?
No, that's why I'm not doing any more satire. I can't compete with any of this shit. Yeah, what's the point?
Can I switch gears?
That's
and
what I'm
show you,
talking about.
Share some images that I found this week.
Let's get into Doug's.
Doug's been out in nature. I saw a video of you riding, controlling a remote control truck out there.
I wasn't controlling it.
You weren't?
I was
Somebody
on a
else
hike and I saw this guy with a remote controlled truck. But
Yeah.
while I was on this hike, sometimes I'll find little plants or fungus or mushrooms, and I have an app called Seek.
Oh yeah.
And it shows you. It'll identify. And I found this fungus. Can you pull that up?
Yeah. Here you go.
And it's called hairy curtain crust. And I'm
Gross.
thinking, that's a really mean name, like for anything, like what, you know. So I did a little more research, and I found some unfortunately named plants and animals here. This next fungus is called the unlicked punchwinkle. They are actually delicious, but no one eats them due to their unfortunate name, the unlicked. Here's a turtle called the pit-stenched pallbearer. When aroused, it emits a smell that some say can kill an adult-sized child. And then this flower is called the gaslighting angel.
Looks like gas. It looks like a gas stove, which is
it makes you
illegal.
think it's beautiful, but on the inside, it's anything but. Avoid this flower. Here's the ass-nosed hole creep.
Oh, wow.
It's a type of mole. I think it's cute.
What are we looking at?
That's a mole.
That's
the head?
That's their face.
That's its
That's
nose.
his face
It's
and
the
nose.
ass-nosed
Yeah.
hole creep.
Kind of looks like that creature in A Princess Bride, another movie Rick probably hates.
No, I like Princess Bride.
This is the borderline personality finch.
Oh,
It's
That's
just
a good
a regular.
band name.
It's just a regular nice bird. I'm not sure why it was named that. And then I looked up who's naming these things, and this guy that names all these things, I think he's got an issue. This is the guy. I found him. His name is H.J. Corpsegrave the Sixth. He named all these animals in the early 1900s.
Oh boy.
A couple more. These berries are safe to eat. They're called Lucifer's hemorrhoids.
Really?
The miserable blind dolt is a friendly freshwater fish that lives deep in the lower
I like
Congo
the
River.
hyphen on blind dolt.
Yes, it is blind, but is not miserable. And then we have this little green beetle is named the feeble-minded leaf diddler.
Oh. How do they know it's a mental acuity?
This snake is straight up called the slithering pile of shit. Indeed, it kind of looks like feces. But after he named that snake, H.J. Corpsegrave the Sixth was fired.
By who?
By the International Code of Zoological Nomenclature, of course. So
I guess somebody's got to do it, huh?
yeah, they hired the wrong guy to name these things.
Fascinating.
That was so informative.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's take one final call, I think, to make the show true to what it is.
Sure. Should we check back in on the hotline?
Yeah.
805, you're live on the air.
San Diego. Hello.
805, can you turn your radio down?
Classic.
Forget it. Let's go back to...
How about a lady? Do we have a lady in the Zoom? Lady in the Zoom. A lady in the Zoom. Hey, hey, hey. Do we have a lady in the Zoom?
Lack of female representation today.
Hi, babe.
Oh, well, I don't want to assume anything.
I love you too, my queen of
That's okay.
the
Whoever you choose, man. I trust you. I'm
Check
glad to
in
have
with
you.
their. Let's talk to Pete. Pete's been waiting patiently. Pete and his mustache have been waiting patiently.
Hey. Oh, thanks, Matt. Welcome back, Matt.
Thank you.
Emily and Rick, that song was unbelievable.
Derek.
My first time hearing you. Rick, I'm a huge fan of your movies, but before I had seen any of them, I was obsessed with Drunk, your old band. When I was in like middle school, I stumbled upon that album, Tableside Manners, and still listen to it pretty regularly.
Yeah, that was the last one. That's my favorite of those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
People find this music online?
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Oh, great.
Yeah. The 4 Drunk records.
That's
Derby
in-
Spirituals, the first
Yeah.
one, 1996.
Okay.
There were 7 to 10 people in the band.
Wow.
Accordion.
Yeah. You were like the Squirrel Nut Zippers.
Yeah.
You should talk about the house show that Drunk did. The infamous.
I don't know if we have time for that. But caller, did you have a marked question, or you just wanted to heap praise on Rick Alverson?
Yeah, it was just funny. I listened to that record a ton. Then I saw your movies much later, and then didn't make the connection till very recently that it was the same Rick.
Yeah, it's me.
And I didn't know till today that I think you're the only the Rick I know that's a Pat Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because I always get this
I'm
wrong.
a junior, so my dad was Patrick James Alverson, and I'm Patrick James Alverson Jr. And I was PJ for a while. I was telling this story.
I think you would be a much more successful commercial director.
As PJ Alverson?
No, as Patrick Alverson.
Patrick Alverson, yeah.
Yeah, a
well,
Patrick
but my dad
Alverson
went by
film.
Pat, and so I
Pat
just
sucks.
took what was left over. Yeah.
Pat Alverson, you'd be better
like
off
it.
playing football.
But
You
he
know what I
went
mean?
by PJ.
Number
for a while.
23, Pat Alverson.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Come on, Pat Tillman.
This show just can't be about talking about numbers.
Yes, Patrick Alverson. A film by Patrick Alverson would have been a big.
I don't know. Rick's not a popular name anymore. I mean, I took it because I was living in Michigan, Midland, Michigan, and going to school. PJ was my name.
Sorry, I'm either having a stroke or my audio is cutting in and out.
And this couple of brothers, the Reed brothers, I was telling the story yesterday, started calling me piss in a jar, and it spread around the school. I was a very introverted, like mortally shy little kid, and it just destroyed me. And so I changed my name to Rick. That's.
I like you, Rick. I like you. Just whatever you want to call yourself. You want to call yourself Rick the Dick?
See, now I'm going to change my name again.
Rick the Dick. Won't
You're
call me back.
You're trying to get me to change my name.
Tim, I have a big request for you.
Okay.
I've been going through like the whole archive of the show. I listen to it every day while I make dinner, usually. I love it so much. But this one episode from like a year ago, you were talking about Joni Mitchell, and you started singing California a cappella, but you were just like ripping through it. And it was real funny, but it was also yeah, I loved it.
They won't
It's a
get piece of
beautiful
cheese.
rendition.
That's just a dream some of us had.
Well, my request was,
Oh my God.
could you do?
Let him talk.
Well, I'm just telling you what I could do.
You're showing
Well,
us.
yeah, I was wondering if you could rip through Carrie. That's my favorite track on the
Carrie,
record.
get out the door. Carrie, get out the keys. I'll put on your hand. Yeah, you're a mean old daddy, but I like you. I like you. I like you.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Carrie, get out the door. I'll put on some makeup.
What about
Oh, you're a
the
mean
title
old daddy,
track
but
on
I
it?
got you. So that's parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we get some blue?
Blue.
What are these songs? I don't know what this is.
Let's go.
How about get culture
Thank
in
you,
your life? How about invest in culture instead of toy model trucks that you go and play with?
Not mine.
And taking pictures of mushrooms. How about listen to Joni Mitchell Blue, one of the greatest pieces of art ever. Would you agree?
I love Joni Mitchell Blue.
One of the greatest pieces of art ever made in any medium. All right.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Doug, I'm kidding with you. Do what you want to do. She's out.
This song?
This is the one.
There you go.
That's on
Now
the
this is a
record.
good song called Blue.
Track 2.
Oh, don't get dinged. We don't want to get dinged. You know,
What were you
who did
saying, T?
somebody weird did a cover of one of the songs off of Blue. It's driving me nuts right now. Like Rush or Journey or somebody. did.
Counting Crows. They did a foot of a parking lot. Why did they do that?
That Night Flight song. Night.
No.
Whatever.
You know, I wish they would make more parking lots in LA. So that song takes on a new meaning for me. I wish they would put up a parking lot here and there.
Pink Cadillac. Put up a parking lot. I don't like what
Try to park near the Silver Lake
Oh, goofy.
Junction. It's impossible.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. One more time, get your tickets. What do you go to, lodgeroom.com? I'm going to figure that out.
Yeah, something like that. You can look up The Lodge Room. It's in
Google
Highland Park.
Lodge Room. Highland Park.
Playing there 8 o'clock Friday.
Oh, look at
LodgeRoomHLP.com.
La Lodge Room. Yeah, great venue, Highland Park. Go bowling beforehand, whatever you want to do. And we'll see you there. And we will see you next, I believe,
Next
Wednesday.
Wednesday, that's correct.
We're doing a Wednesday performance next week on this. Well, not a performance, just a show.
With King Tough.
King Tough. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Eric, Emily, Rick.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Doug. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Carson. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Phil.
And join us at patreon.com/Office Hours Live for more.
It's not pot, it's a clove cigarette. It's not pot, it's a clove cigarette. It's not pot, it's a clove cigarette.
Yes, I'll blow. Yes, I'll blow. Yes, I'll blow. Walk around, blow around, Corvette. It's in and outside, in outside, in other,
The best meds your pet can get. Skip the vet, 7-4, get limit pet meds. Do the rash, don't fret, just see it. These pet meds come with limits, crest of no regrets. Now you can rest your head betting your pet's not dead. Go to mimippetmeds.net/get wet to let your pet know they're the best.
No fucking way, 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 no fucking way. I don't wanna see lots of Jesus standing in the bed by love, dancing on the way. I don't wanna see lots of Jesus standing in the bed by love, dancing on the way. I don't wanna see lots of Jesus standing in the bed by love, dancing on the way. I don't wanna Get down!
How could a man make a mistake like that? Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
We also have a lot of dogs, and they're great dogs, and we cherish them.
You do love your dogs, don't you? A lot of people say, oh, you should get a dog. Why? How would I look walking a dog? Walking a dog.
Can you think of a reason? Think of a reason? Think of a reason? Think of a reason?
Period. Period. Period.
We also have a lot of dogs, and they're great dogs, and we cherish them.
My dog passes rubber gloves. He eats rubber gloves. Rubber gloves.
Oh, I love my rosy child.